inside! Get back! Hold on, I'm firing! Slim, don't let go! Get it go!
The Princess and the Three Brave Men. Long ago, in a peaceful kingdom called Valoria, surrounded by rolling green hills and silver rivers, there ruled a wise and aging king named King Aldric. King Aldric had only one child, a daughter named Princess Amara. Princess Amara was known throughout the kingdom not only for her beauty, but for her kindness. Her laughter could brighten the darkest day, and her gentle words brought comfort to everyone she met. Her hair shone like the evening sun, and her eyes sparkled like the river that ran through the town of Brightwater, where many of the kingdom's people lived and worked. Though she lived in a palace filled with gold, silks, and jewels, Princess Amara never allowed luxury to harden her heart. She loved the people of Valoria dearly. Servants adored her. Children followed her in the gardens. Even the palace guards smiled whenever she passed. One warm afternoon, the sun glowed high above the sky, and a gentle breeze drifted across the palace gardens. Princess Amara sat beneath a flowering tree with her two maids, Lena and Maribel. Amara wiped her brow and laughed softly.
"Today is far too warm to sit inside stone walls,"
she said. Maribel smiled.
"Your Highness, would you like us to bring cool drinks to the garden?" No, I have a better idea."
She stood and stretched her arms.
"Come with me to the river. The water of Brightwater will cool us. And the day is far too beautiful to waste indoors."
Lena clapped her hands happily.
"That sounds wonderful, Princess! I will bring the fruit basket and water." "Wonderful. And I will bring towels and your fresh clothes." "The clothes and towels are ready, Your Highness." "Wonderful. Please add the perfumes as well." "Of course. Thank you."
Soon they were ready. Maribel carried a basket filled with sweet oranges, ripe figs, honey cakes, and cool water. Lena carried towels, clean robes, and small bottles of fragrant oils meant to keep the princess's skin soft and glowing. Laughing together, the three young women walked down the winding path that led from the palace toward the shining river. Not far from the river lived three hard-working young men. Each of them lived simple lives, yet each possessed courage and strength. The first was Thomas, a skilled hunter known for his steady aim. The second was Caleb, a strong and honest farmer who worked the fertile fields outside Brightwater. The third was Jonah, a cheerful fisherman who spent his days rowing along the river, casting his nets. That very afternoon, fate brought them all to the same place. Thomas the hunter had spent the morning tracking deer through the woods. Now, tired from the hunt, he sat beneath a tall oak tree beside the river, cleaning his hunting rifle. Caleb the farmer had been working since dawn in the fields. Exhausted from the heat, he walked to the riverbank to rest his aching arms. Meanwhile, Jonah the fisherman had already pushed his small wooden boat into the water. He cast his fishing net and hummed a song as the boat drifted gently with the current. None of them knew that within minutes their lives would change forever. Soon Princess Amara and her maids arrived at the river. The water sparkled like glass beneath the sunlight.
"Oh, how beautiful it is today,"
Amara said happily. She slipped off her golden sandals and placed them on the soft grass. The cool water called to her. Without hesitation, she stepped into the river.
"It feels wonderful."
She laughed. Maribel placed the fruit basket under a shady tree.
"Be careful, Your Highness."
She warned gently, but Amara only laughed.
The water is calm.
she said. She swam farther from the shore, enjoying the refreshing coolness. But suddenly, her laughter stopped. Something beneath the water moved, a dark shadow, then another. The water began to swirl. Amara gasped. Her arms flailed as the current pulled her downward. "Help!" she cried. Lena screamed in terror.
Please, someone help me!
Maribel stepped closer to the river. Her eyes widened in horror.
The princess is drowning! There is something in the water! Help!
The dark shape rose closer.
There is something in the water!
Then the terrible truth appeared.
A crocodile!
Maribel screamed. Jonah the fisherman heard the cries from his boat. Without hesitation, he dropped his fishing net. "The princess!" he shouted. He leapt into the water and swam with all his strength. At the same moment, Caleb the farmer heard the screams from the riverbank.
Grab my hand! Help me! Hurry! Please! What is happening?
He shouted. When he saw the crocodile approaching the struggling princess, he ran forward. "I will not let it take her," he yelled. He plunged into the river. Meanwhile, Thomas the hunter stood suddenly, gripping his rifle. He saw the crocodile's head rise above the water. His eyes narrowed.
If I miss this shot...
He lifted the rifle carefully. The crocodile opened its jaws. Jonah reached the princess first. "Hold on, Your Highness," he shouted. Caleb grabbed her other arm. "We have you." But the crocodile lunged toward them. Bang! Thomas fired. The shot echoed across the river. The crocodile thrashed violently before sinking beneath the water. Jonah and Caleb quickly pulled the princess to the shore. Amara coughed and gasped for breath.
You saved me,
she whispered weakly. But now the men began arguing.
I jumped into the river first, but I held the princess. And if I had not shot the crocodile, none of you would be alive. I saved the princess! No, I saved the princess! I did! No, I did!
Stop this at once! We must return to the palace and tell the king!
Soon the princess, her maids, and the 3 young men stood before King Aldrich in the great hall. The king listened carefully to the entire story.
Tell me everything that happened at the river.
Your Majesty, I was on my boat when I heard the princess cry out. I dropped my nets and leapt into the water at once. I reached her first and held her up. I was on the riverbank, sire. When I saw the danger, I ran in without hesitation. I grabbed the princess and helped keep her from drowning.
Each of you risked your life in a different way.
But I reached her first, Your Majesty. I kept her alive, and I saved all of them from the crocodile. Your Majesty, it was I. I leapt into the river first and reached the princess before anyone else. But I held her and kept her above the water. Without me, she would have drowned. I ended the danger.
This is indeed a difficult matter. You have all shown bravery. Elders, what do you advise? Each man played a role in saving the princess.
Yes, Your Majesty. They should all be rewarded.
Brave men, tell me what reward would make your hearts glad for saving my daughter.
Your Majesty, there is only one reward I desire.
And what is that?
The hand of Princess Amara in marriage. I ask the same, Your Majesty. I too would wish to marry the princess.
This matter requires great thought. You shall return in 3 days for my final judgment.
But fate had another plan. That very night, Princess Amara fell terribly ill. Her skin burned with fever. Her strength faded. Physicians from across Valoria were summoned, but none could cure her. Days passed. The princess grew weaker. Desperate, King Aldrich called upon the royal seer, Elder Myron. The old seer closed his eyes and whispered ancient prayers. Then he spoke.
Ancient ones, guide us with your light. There is only one cure. In the center of the Forest of Shadows, there flows a hidden river known as the River of Life. But that forest is deadly. No one returns from there. Whoever brings water from that river will save the princess and prove himself worthy to marry her.
The three men heard the news. Without hesitation, all three agreed to go.
For the princess, for her life, for honor.
Together they entered the dark forest. At first, the path was quiet, but soon strange whispers echoed between the trees, laughter without faces, shadows moving where no people stood. Jonah shivered.
I do not like this place.
The deeper they went, the colder the air became. Soon Jonah stopped walking.
I cannot go further. I must return.
And he ran back toward the kingdom. Caleb and Thomas continued, but days later they reached a dreadful place called the Land of Skulls. Ghostly shapes moved through the fog. Caleb trembled.
I am sorry, Thomas, I cannot continue.
He turned back. Only Thomas the hunter remained, alone. Yet he continued walking. Days later, he reached a strange, beautiful garden.
Surely the river is here.
He whispered. But when he awoke the next morning, the garden had vanished. It was an illusion. Exhausted, he continued until he met an old woman sitting beside a crooked tree.
Where are you going, Hunter?
She asked. Thomas explained everything.
I am on a journey to find a cure for the princess.
You are brave.
She pointed to a dark cave nearby.
The river you seek flows inside.
Thank you. I'll be careful.
Thomas entered the cave.
It's so dark in
glowing
here.
Softly in the darkness, flowed a small, crystal-clear river.
The river of life?
He whispered. He filled a bottle and hurried home. When Thomas returned to the palace, the king and elders stared in amazement.
You survived the Forest of Shadows?
The king said. Thomas nodded
The crystal water,
and offered the bottle.
Your Majesty.
The water was given to Princess Amara. Within moments, her color returned. Her fever vanished. She opened her eyes.
Father?
King Aldrich
Oh, my
wept
dear.
with joy. Soon the king called
You're
the
safe.
court together.
Thomas the Hunter has proven the greatest courage. He shall marry Princess Amara.
The kingdom rejoiced, but the king did not forget the others.
All right, the wanderer,
Jonah the
let's see what you
fisherman
got.
received a fleet of
Perfect.
new boats.
Time to cast the first line.
Caleb the farmer was given rich farmland, and Thomas married Princess Amara. Together they ruled Valoria with kindness and wisdom for many years. And the people often told the story of the day three brave men tried to save a princess, but only one proved brave enough to face the Forest of Shadows.
Then we send scouts.
So, my dear little ones, this is the story of how three brave men together saved the princess.